Hey folks, welcome back to another Dice Tower preview. I'm Mark, and today we're taking a look at Project L Square One, which is brought to you by Board Cubator. It's for 1 to 4 players, ages 8 and up, and games generally run about 30 to 50 minutes. An offspring of the Project L family tree, Square One is a fast-paced, engine-building strategy game. Just like its predecessor, its easy to learn yet hard to master mechanics offer high replayability for all players. Complete sequences with beautifully designed tactile pieces and unleash satisfying combos in a game that's more than just a sequel. It's a whole new challenge. Your goal is a simple one: complete sequences to earn the most points through combos and sequence cards. The player with the highest score wins. So if you know Project L, a lot of this might seem familiar, yet it is a very different game. And everything you're going to be seeing in this video is definitely prototype, as all the pieces are wooden. In the final game, they will be plastic. They sent me a sampling of what those will be, much like they are in Project L with the polyominoes. But here you're going to be using these cubes. And these cubes or pieces that you'll be putting into the sequences will have a different number of pips on them. And they kind of look like Tetris shapes for sure, but you've got a level 1, level 2, level 3s, and then finally level 4s with a lot of different shapes that you'll have to try to get to build up your engine to finish off more and more sequences. Now, there's two different types of sequences in this game. Ones that are going to net you points, and others that are going to give you more of the pieces to put into the sequences. So it's up to you which ones you try to get and build up your engine so you can complete more of those, right? So based on the player count will determine how many of the scoring sequences are going to be put into play. And once the last one is put into the marketplace, that triggers the game end. But you're just going to be trying to build up your engine until that time, getting some numbered cards to get points, but trying to complete combos. What does that mean? You're trying to complete 2, 3, or 4 at a single time, a single master action that you're going to be performing. And when you do, you're going to net extra points, 1, 2, or 4. So combos are another great way to get points beyond just the sequence cards. So you might be trying to just get pieces for your engine, and you can still get points that way based on how many you finish at any one time. And once again, they give a really nice player aid for this game. You'll see that they have 6 possible actions that you can perform on your turn, and you can see what the different levels of the different pieces or tokens are. So you've got 1 through 4 here, so you know what the shapes are, what you're looking for, and what you might try to do to merge or split them to get the pieces you need. And then finally, what you start with. You're going to start with 2 yellows and a green, giving you basically 2 1s and a 2 that you have to start from to build up your engine. So on your turn, you're going to be taking 3 actions out of the possible 6, and all the actions except for the master action are repeatable. So the first one is gain. You simply are going to gain a level 1 or a yellow piece or token and put it in front of you. And you could do that 3 times. You get 3 of them right away. And it's a great way to start building up your engine for sure. The next one is take. You can take one of the different sequences from the different rows or the marketplace that you see out on the table. You'll take it and put it in front of you, and it's important to note that the most you can ever have in front of you that's unfinished is 4. Now, the next action is place, but first let's take a closer look at the sequences. You'll see that some have less complexity, right? As you place in the different tokens, as you work on these sequences, you'll be starting from the top and working your way down to the bottom. You'll be looking off to the left of the card to see what type of token is needed in order to fulfill that row of the card. And you have to do the complete row. You can't just put in 1 token at a time. You have to finish the row as you work your way down. Now, some of these sequences have either or options, giving you multiple choices around how you place your different tokens into them and how you prep to do some of those combos. Now, the next 2 actions are really how you start to build up your engine of the different tokens or pieces that you acquire. So you've got merge and split. First, we have merge. So if you have 2 2s, you can combine those to create a 4. Putting the 2 2s back into the supply and grabbing the level 4 token that you need. Also, you could break that up however you want. You could add a level 3 and a level 1 to get a level 4. So it's just that simple. And then obviously split is the reverse of that. If you have a level 4, you can split it into 2 2s. It's really that simple how you use those 2 actions, but it is very key to building up your engine of tokens. Now, the last action we're gonna look at is your master action. It is a kind of your key action for sure, and you can only do this once on your turn. So you might use it to complete 3 cards at once, and it's key because the master action is how you get combos. So this is the only way you can fulfill all 3 cards at the same time. Completing the last row will net you 2 extra points. You'll get that bonus and put it next to your player board. So that's just for this example of 3. Combos can be 2, 3, or 4 cards. Again, the point totals here would be 1, 2, or 4. Now, if you're out of points for some reason, you can make change, so to say, to get the point values that you need. But the other thing you're going to get from completing cards is more pieces, or you're going to store them next to your board to gather points at the end of the game. So completing the cards that give you pieces is another great way to build up your engine. So those are all your possible actions on your turn. Again, you can only perform 3 actions when you're taking each of your turns, but so many possibilities of how and what you might do. Now, one of my favorite things to do, especially at the very start of the game, is to just get sequences. So I might grab a level 1 sequence for points, and then the rest are all going to be about acquiring more pieces. So I love doing that. So I have 4 in front of me. It might take you 2 turns to do this, right? But you'll get eventually 4 in front of you, and then you strategically decide how you might fulfill 1 or 2 in order to get bonus points, and then fill the other 2 as you get pieces along the way. So you'll move around the table taking turns fulfilling sequences until finally the point value sequences come to the last card put into the marketplace. You'll finish that round, and then you'll get 1 more bonus round in order to get those last ditch effort in to try to get more sequences finished. So those are the key things. You've really just the basics about learning the game right there. But again, like I said at the beginning, there are so many neat strategies and how you put those combos together and how best you get the right pieces for your engine. And of course, like so many games, at the end, whoever has the most points will be the winner. All right, folks, just a reminder once again, this has been a Dice Tower paid preview, and everything you've seen has been in prototype form, so keep a close eye on the campaign for any changes that still may occur. Now, with that said, I've been a long-time fan. It's one of my favorite games, Project L, so I was really excited to try out Square One, and it did not disappoint. It is different enough, too, that I'm definitely going to have both in my collection. Is it better? It's hard to say. Project L has a lot of neat expansions. There is an expansion for this one that will add some depth as well. It's a Joker, basically giving you a wild. I haven't played with it. I'm really anxious to try it though. So there's a lot of neat things going on here. Again, it's all about how you put your engine together, and those combos are going to be key to getting you points in the end. But folks, ultimately, if this looks like something of interest to you, I'm sure they'd appreciate your support. So I think that's it from me. And until next time, we'll see you at the table.